to Crafts by KMW. Thank you so much for clicking on this video to watch it. I truly appreciate it. And if you like it, I hope you will give it a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, I hope you will subscribe, and I hope you will comment as well. I answer every comment, and I love seeing, reading what you guys have to say. So with that being said, this is another small Halloween haul. So if you have been on social media at all or shop on Amazon, you know that recently they had Prime Days. So I think it was from July 8th to 11th. And I really had no intention of buying anything. Sometimes when there's sales, it can make you go a little bit over what you really want to spend. So I was like, no, I really don't need anything. There's some things that I want. There's definitely some Halloween decor things that I am interested in, but I was like, I'm not gonna check it out. But at like 11 o'clock on the 11th, I was like, well, maybe there's a few of my things from my cart that are on a Prime Day deal. So I'm gonna check it out. So I did, and there were only two things in my cart that were on a Prime Day deal. One was a diamond painting that is already pretty cheap, and I don't need it. I have two really big ones that I have yet to start. I have several other small ones still, so I don't need a new diamond painting right now by any means. So that one, I was like, nope. And then the other one was something that I don't really need right now either. It was more of a household item, and I can really hold off on that. So I thought, all right, there's nothing in my cart. I don't really need any new art supplies. I don't really need any new coloring books, at least not now. There's nothing pressing that I have to have. So I thought, let me see if they have some of those Halloween items that I would like on Prime Day deal. So I did one search. I did a search for primitive Halloween decor. And if you're not familiar with what primitive style is, it's kind of like a style that harkens back to like the early 1800s, just like really simple, light colors and very muted colors, more of Americana, like lots of flags. Like behind me, you see that flag on the wall? that is an example of a primitive decor item. So, and the doll is too. So I thought if I can find some things that sort of fit with my home decor, then I'm good. And after that, I'm not gonna try anymore. I'm not gonna look at anything else. And I was really proud of myself for sticking to that. If this is your first time watching the channel, I've mentioned this many times, but I am someone who is on a budget. I don't just have unlimited funds to spend on everything I want, so I do have to be choosy, and I'm sure many of you out there are like that too. So I really buy things that are on sale or things that are just so amazing that I have to have it. So I really try to be discerning. So I did wind up finding a few items that I wanted for my Halloween decor that will fill in some holes. That's what I mean by need. And I got some great prices. Not everything I got was on a Prime Day deal. There were a few other things that I saw that were good prices, and I decided to go ahead and get them. I usually will buy things too if they say like there's only 7 left or 5 left or something like that. And one of the items said that there were only like 2 left. So that was one of the reasons I bought that too. So let's get started and show you the items. Let me know in the comments what you think of these items, if you have any of them or if you would like to buy them. Let me know what you are doing this summer. Are you crafting? Are you shopping? I'm doing both. And let me know if you are into Halloween decor and if you're Halloween hunting and what things you're looking for as well. I'd love to see what you are doing. So the first item is this tablecloth. I'm gonna put a picture either here or here in the editing process so you can see the full tablecloth on a table. But it has this really cute, kind of vintage bat pattern. So they have two different ones. They have this one, the black cloth with the white bats, and then they have a beige cloth with black bats. I liked them both, but I don't know, this just seemed more Halloween to me with the black and white. So this one, I have a little cheat sheet here. So they had a lot of different sizes. Mine is the 60 by 60 because I have a square table. I think my table is like 45 by 45. So I got a square one, but they had some oblongs. They might have even had like an oval one. They had several different sizes. And it was $14.99, not on an Amazon Prime deal, but I thought that was a pretty good deal. Tablecloths can be kind of expensive, so I was excited. So the pattern is just on the outside perimeter, so the inside of the tablecloth is just black. You can kind of see here. So I thought that was neat. I really haven't had a tablecloth like that before, so I thought that would be kind of interesting. And I really like that the inside is plain, and that's where, you know, the table is, and you put all of your dishes, decor, whatever. I usually keep my dining room table set up all the time with dishes and plates, so I'm really happy about that, so I don't feel like I'm covering up the pattern. I don't know, that always bothers me for some reason. It is 100% polyester, but it is super soft. Super, super soft. And it has a little bit of a, I don't know if you can see, kind of, not, I wouldn't say a pattern, but kind of, it almost looks like stripes in it, and it just gives it a little variation. And the bats have some grunginess to them too, which I really liked. And I kind of like that because on the beige one, the bats were just black. I don't think they had any grungy on them. So I liked that. So that was something that I really need. I have not had a Halloween tablecloth. I've been mostly using a fall tablecloth and just carrying it through to Halloween, but now I have a Halloween cloth that I can use. So the next item, this was on Prime Day deal. So this is a set of 2 of these little statues. Look how stinking cute these are. I just fell in love with them. They're so cute. So these are made by iStatue, not a company I'm familiar with. And I got these for $9.98. The list price is $19.99. Now I looked earlier today, and today is the 14th, I believe, and they are on sale for $13.99. These are really cute. I kind of think they're worth the price. I don't think I would pay $20 for them because that would mean that each one was $10, and I don't think they're each worth $10, but I would pay like up to $12 or $13 for them. So these are resin. They're not super tall. I would say like 4 inches. This one reminds me of that viral Halloween cat that Walmart had last year, and that was one of the things that drew me to this. So this is the cat, and this is the back. I just love his face. And then it does light up, which I, to be honest, was not aware of when I bought them. So here is what it looks like lit up. It just lights up the pumpkin, but it flashes different colors. Really, really cute. And then let me show you the pumpkin. and the skeleton. So here's Mr. Skelly sitting on his jack-o'-lantern. I love his face. And then here's the back. And this is what he looks like lit. Again, multicolors, flashing, really, really cute. Now, I must be honest and say that I thought these were going to be a little bit bigger. I don't know. I did read the dimensions because I always do, because it's important to look at the dimensions, because I have gotten burned so many times when I bought something and I thought it was going to be big and it's like super, super tiny. So I always look at the dimensions, but I don't know, it just didn't register. I just thought these guys would be bigger. Although I am very happy with them. Otherwise, they're adorable. I love that they light. I absolutely have places that I can put these, so I'm happy with them. I'm glad I paid only $10 for them instead of $20. I think $20, that is an obscene price. Like, I would not recommend that anyone buy them at $20, and I certainly would not. So next I bought a set of ornaments. So this is a set of 36 vintage ornaments, and they are wooden, and they're so cute. I just absolutely fell in love with them. So I'm trying to pull them all over here. So you get 12 different ornaments, and there are 3 of each one to make 36. So these are by Neverish. Again, not a company I'm aware of. These were not on Prime Day deal, but when I saw them, I knew I had to have them. I just bought a Halloween Christmas tree for the first time. That should be coming this week from Target. So I need some ornaments for it. And I thought these would be absolutely perfect, right along with my vintage style, and they're just so cute. So here's one of them. Now, these did not come with the string on them. They give you the string, and then you just loop it through the hole and tie it and put the string on yourself. So I did that last night. So this is the first one, this cute little cat. I love these vintagey cats. And this one I really liked because it doesn't have a really mean or scary looking face. I do not like cats that have really nasty looking faces. That just turns me off. So here's another one. So this cute little cat on pumpkin. And then here we have this cat on a jack-o'-lantern. And these are wood. Like plywood, I would say, but they're just plain on the back. You could paint them if you wanted to. I'm probably not going to because I don't think they'll be seen, but you could. And they're quite thin, but they're a nice nice weight. I think they will hang well on the tree. So here is the next one. So this is just a cute little black cat with a little orange bow tie collar. Okay, and then this one I really like. So this one is a wreath. This one is really cute. So there's lots of jack-o'-lanterns and skulls, and there's a little Halloween witch and an orange bow. Love that one. That one's one of my favorites. And then there's this eyeball with a witch hat on. This one's a little weird, but I do think it's kind of cool. It's definitely vintage style. This one is probably my least favorite. So here's this Halloween boot. I don't really understand how cowboy boots are exactly Halloween. I don't know if they were trying to make this kind of a witch's boot, but it does not look like a witch's boot at all. It looks like a cowboy boot. So I don't know. I kind of could do without that one. So I'm fishing through these to pull out ones I haven't shown you yet. So here's another one. So here's a cat inside an upside down witch's hat. Very cute. All right. This one is my favorite. Oh, I love this. So this is a Joanna Parker design. Now, do I know that this company licensed this design to make this ornament? I do not. I could not find any information on that. I just hope they did, because that would be the only fair thing to do. But this absolutely is Jack the Cat from Joanna Parker. And when I saw this in this set, I had to have it. I just love all of her designs, and I'm just constantly trying to get as many of her designs as I possibly can. So here's another one. So this one is a little black cat on a pumpkin and 2 jack-o'-lanterns. Very cute. And then this one is a skeleton. So this one, I can explain what I did different. So a lot of these ornaments came with white spaces. So like on the Joanna Parker design I just showed you, this in here was all white, and it just looked really weird. So I took a black permanent marker and colored it in. And I don't know if I'm going to go over it again to make it darker. I'm not sure. Maybe on this one I won't, but on some of the others I might. So some of the ornaments had like these white spaces in. So on this one, this was white, and there was like a little white space over here by the foot. So I just colored them in black, and I think that looks much better. And I absolutely felt like it needed to be done because I have a black tree, and I did not want these white spaces to be sticking out like a sore thumb on there. So that's what I did. And then here's another little skelly. And then he had some white spaces as well between his legs, between his arms. And I also just filled those in with black marker. And I think it looks so much better. So I think I've shown you all of the designs, I believe. Yeah, I think that's it. So I will try to put a picture somewhere of all of them laid out so you can see them all together. But I thought that $11.49 was a really good price for those. Again, they're wood. There's 36 of them. The designs are really clear. They're crisp. They look a little vintagey. They look a little worn, which is probably just the printing process on the wood, and that just adds to the feel of them. And so I really like that. I would definitely recommend these if you need some Halloween ornaments and you like vintage stuff. There's a lot of black cats in there, which I love personally, but they're a really nice set of ornaments. So next I got this set of little black shelf sitter cats. So these were $7.41. These were on Prime Day deal. The regular price is $9.99. So they weren't like super discounted or anything, but I thought these were a really good deal for less than $7.50. And these are by a company that I cannot pronounce the name. And they are wood. So here's the first little guy. So they're black, and they have these like kind of grungy white striations going through. Now, if you didn't like that, I do, but if you didn't like that, you could just paint over it and paint them solid black. And then they have a little jack-o'-lantern with them. So that's that one. And then here is this one. And then here is the last one. So I just thought these were so cute. They are wood, so they're pretty thick. I would say these are close to a 1/2 inch thick, so they're pretty substantial. They do all stand up perfectly. I tested them last night. And they do include some jute rope that you can use to tie a little bow around their necks, which I haven't done yet, but I will do that. So I just thought these were adorable. I have several places that I can put these up, and I just think they're so cute. I do not know what they're on sale for now. They might be regular price, but even at $10, I think that's a pretty good deal. Like I said, these are all wood. They're nice and thick. They're painted nice. They have a nice vintage finish on them. The jack-o'-lanterns are adorable. They sit up well. They're substantial. So I think these are a good buy at $10. I probably would buy them at $10. I don't know if I would pay any more for them, but I would definitely pay at least $10 for them. So next I bought something that's not Halloween. Like I said, I have a primitive decor style going on, and one of the things that I always like to have are primitive candles. So this is one style of primitive candle that is really popular. So these were a set of 6, and they come with a remote, which I love because it is a pain having to walk around and, you know, turn these on and off all the time. So I'm really happy they come with a remote. So these are 6.5 inch primitive taper candles. They had different colors, I believe, and these candles do come in many different colors. You can get them in pretty much any color that you want. You can get different sizes. Some are really short, some are taller than this. I have a couple that are like 9 inches tall. But the main characteristics of them is that they look like kind of grunged up, and they feel rough. And then you have like this particular bulb that again looks kind of grungy and like it has bits on it and stuff. So let me show you what they look like lit. So I just love that. I love the glow they give. They're so pretty. And I have them all over my house everywhere. So I just needed some more. Some of mine have broken. These take 2 AA batteries, and these were on Prime Day deal. So these were $18.39. The regular price is $23.99, and when I looked today, they are on sale for $21.84. Odd price, but I would say like 21 would be a good price. I don't know if I would pay 23 for these, although the remote is a bonus. A lot of these candles are sold without remotes. I saw several sets that were like $20 that didn't even have a timer. Most of them come with a timer, so they'll stay on for 6 hours, off for 18. And so, you know, you just turn them on when you'd like them to come on every day, and then you don't have to remember them anymore. But I like to be able to turn them on and off when I want. I like them to be on longer than 6 hours. I'm usually up in my house at night more than 6 hours. So the remote was a real bonus for me. So that was something that I really wanted. So I'm excited about those. I'll probably start putting those around and replacing some holes that I have and ones that are broken that don't light anymore as soon as I'm done with this video. All right, so next I got a tree skirt for the new Halloween Christmas tree. So this is half of it. It's kind of hard to show you the whole thing. So as you can see, it's black and white striped. It kind of reminded me of Beetlejuice. I'm not a big Beetlejuice fan, but I do like black and white stripes. And what really got me on this one was the bottom. So the bottom is has these little balls on them. I just love these little balls. They're so cute. And I think they just give a little bit of added fun and like kind of upscales the the tree skirt a little bit. So this is made by a company called Macting. Again, never heard of it. This is a 30-inch tree skirt, which is perfect for like Christmas trees that are up to like 5 feet tall. Like I said, mine is, oh, he's getting into something. Mine is a 4-foot tree, so I didn't need anything bigger than that. It was fine for 30 inches. And they also sell a 48-inch one. And to be honest, I don't know how much it was. I didn't look because I didn't need one that big. So this one has one opening at the back, and then it has 2 little Velcro strips, I guess you could say, that you just Velcro together. And then when it is open, let me turn it the other way, it will lay pretty flat. You probably have to you know, play around with it a bit, but I like this, how it has the Velcro. I've had ones that have like hooks or buttons. Oh, and they're just so hard to attach. So this one I like. Now the fabric they have the fabric listed as soft sanding cloth. I have no idea what that is. It's probably like a polyester. It's not super soft, and I don't think it really has to be. It is pretty thick though, I will say. I believe that it is lined in the back, so it looks like it is lined with like a felt. So hopefully that will help it to stay in place. The fabric does have a little bit of a sheen to it. I don't know if you can see that. So it is shiny, and it has, it does have like, it's not totally flat, so it's kind of brushed. And so you do get some little variations in there, and it is like, I think it's a really good quality of tree skirt. I bought some that were really thin. I bought some for Christmas that are really rough and just were not anything that I was really into. Like, I was like, why is this so rough and why doesn't it look good? I think this will lay really nice and flat. I'm gonna iron it before I put it around the tree. When I put the tree up, it's a little wrinkled. It comes vacuum sealed, which seems to be something they're doing now, which I think is probably a good idea because it allows them to use less packaging to send things. The tablecloth came vacuum packed as well. But as far as saving wrinkles, it's not that good for that. So I think, I don't know if I said the price. So the price was $7.99 for that. That was on a Prime Day deal. The regular price is $9.99. I would totally pay $10 for it. Now that I've seen it and I know what it's like, I've been able to touch it, I definitely think that that is worth $10, absolutely. I saw a lot of really nice tree skirts on there that were really cool, had great patterns, but were like $18.99, $19.99, and I don't know, if I can get a tree skirt for under $8, I am much happier. So I'm happy with that. And then the last thing I bought, I was looking at my sheet, I was like, I don't even know what that is, but I do. So the last thing that I bought was a set of like shelf sitters, or like tiered tray sitters. So these are things that you can put on like a tiered tray for decoration. I bought a set last year that I was not really happy with. I felt like they were really cheap. They were very thin wood. The the prints weren't that great. And I think I paid like $16 for them. And so I was kind of like skeptical about shelf sitters since then. But I decided to take a chance on these, and holy moly, am I like blown away by the quality of these. So these are wood. They are by Desange US, and they were regular price $15.99. They're now on sale for $13.99, and I got them on Prime Deal for $12.79. I would definitely recommend these at $13.99. $15.99, it's a toss-up, although the quality is excellent. I just don't know if I would pay regular price for them, because again, this isn't an item that I super needed. It was just something that I wanted. I do have a little shelf that I can put these on. But quality-wise, they're definitely worth $16. So let me show them to you. So you get 6 pieces. One of the pieces is this tassel. So it's really long, as you can see. I have it folded in half so you can see it. So it has a jute tassel on the end, and I love this really light beige color. So it's not the typical brown that you see jute come in. And then it has this little wooden pumpkin dangling on the end, this little jack-o'-lantern. He's adorable. And then it has wood beads going all the way the length of the string. So this can be hung over, you know, draped over like the handle of your 3-tiered tray if you have one, or could be draped over the tree, could be draped over a door handle, which is where I will probably put it. And one thing I really like about this is that it's natural wood, so it's kind of farmhousey. But you could paint this very easily if you wanted to. I could see the beads being black, or maybe like orange, purple, and black, black and white, and then you could paint the jack-o'-lantern if you wanted to, like orange. You could do a lot with this to make it more crafty. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I might just keep it the way it is. I kind of like it, but who knows, I might paint it. And then these are the little shelf sitter pieces. So here's the first one, Haunted House. And these are all wood. They are about, I would say, a good ½ inch thick, if not a little bit more. So you have the base of it, and then you have the little overlay piece that is the edge on the front. So all of these have that, and they're all natural wood. And then this one is painted black. Some of these are painted white. So there's that one. And then there's a coffin with bats, and this one is white on the sides and back. There's a ghostie. I just love him. He's so cute. I love these very simple ghosts. I just think they're so cute. And this one's white. And then here's 31 October. This is another one that is black. And then this is my favorite one. It's October Witches. I love this one. And this one again is white. So these are much bigger than I thought. And again, I did look at the dimensions, but I was just expecting them to be smaller. They are so substantial. They're really, really nice. So you could do a lot with these. You could, if you didn't want them to be different colors, you could paint them all black or all white. You could paint this frame area. I could see them being really cute in like just a black or different colors, like some purple, some orange for Halloween, maybe a lime green. You could do a lot with these to jazz them up. You could make them hangers, so you could just add some string or rope to them, just with hot glue on the back, and they could hang. So these would be really cute, like on one of those shelves with the pegs where you could hang like coats on or things. These would be really cute hanging off something like that. There's so many things you could do with these. So I was just floored when I saw these. These were just like over my expectations. I was so excited, especially with the experience I had with the ones I bought last year. I am so excited that these are so great. And I definitely think that these are worth $16. Although if you can get them cheaper, that's all the better. But these are super nice. So if, you know, you have kind of a farmhouse style, primitive style, you know, you like black and white Halloween, these are absolutely perfect. So that's the haul. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. I appreciate it. And again, I hope you're having a great, fun summer, a crafty, fun summer, and are able to just relax and do some of the things that you want to do. I know that many people work through the summer, but hopefully you can still get some enjoyment and relaxation from your summer, because if you live in an area like me where summer does not last very long, and we really didn't even get that much of a spring. It was like one day we were sort of still winter, and the next day it was like 85 and we haven't looked back, but this is going to end pretty soon. So by like September 1st, we're going to be pretty much into fall. So we really try to enjoy it up here as much as we can. So again, thank you so much. I hope you have a great day, a great week, a great summer. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I would truly appreciate it. Thanks so much. See you next time.